What's up, my Canalophiers, and welcome back to the crew. And I got a suggestion to test the RUF 3400K circuit. So I'm gonna do that, but I'm not only gonna test it, but I'm gonna compare it to the Cadillac circuit. So we sort of do the two birds, one stone. That's the one. All right. So we're doing dry run as we've done in the past with the circuit. So if you wanna look back and compare, I only do it with the stock. So that's 749. So there's a fair comparison, and they would sort of be the same at the higher tier as well. If you're a 1299, it should be pretty much the same. So let's see here, how good is this vehicle? And obviously I gotta go hood view for this, because I do need to be able to drive here. Now there might be a slight pling, a ding if you will, during our time here in this video, because I'm actually waiting for my lasagna to be done so that I'm energized for the stream later today. And you know what, I'm actually streaming an old classic game, actually one of my favorite games of all time. This is Need for Speed Underground, the first one, and I've had this for, man, when did that get released? I think it was 15, maybe 13 actually. Well, anyway, it's an old game, and I'm gonna stream that later tonight. So if you wanna watch the stream where I go through and experience my childhood all over again, be sure to check the description for a link to my Twitch channel where I'm gonna be streaming this. And I'm also streaming tomorrow, but I'm only streaming for the cars on Saturdays. That's my whole new thing. So Saturdays are just for the cars. Now I'm thinking I'm doing a playthrough or something like that. Maybe it all depends on what you guys want to see. Obviously, if you want to see a playthrough of Need for Speed Underground or Underground 2 or anything like that, just tell me down below and I'll do that. You know. You decide the content on this channel. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't wanna play that, oh, I don't wanna play this. You decide, you're the viewer, you should decide what content you wanna see. So, about this car, let's see here. How fast, ooh, that's actually very smooth, I like that. No wheel spin whatsoever when using nitro, I really like that, that's a good feature on the car. And it keeps the speed really steady. Obviously we're not gonna see any 400 kilometers an hour here. We might be able to hit 390. I don't know what we actually hit, but we're not gonna hit 400. Maybe we did. I don't think we did. Nah, we didn't. But so far this feels great. It's not twitchy or jumpy at all. It's pretty good. It doesn't wheel spin when you use nitro, which is, you know, sort of the best feature in my book, because using nitros and being afraid that you're gonna just veer up. And there's the ding. My food is actually done, but it needs to cool down a bit. You know, it's been there 180 degrees Celsius, so you know it's gonna be quite hot. But, you know, some people have actually messaged me and asked me why I'm doing this specific track. Well, because you have everything you need, basically. You have a straight to test the top speed, and you have a few sections like this, where you're doing a cornering, and sections like this, where you're doing high speed cornering and hitting cars, and then tight turns again. You know, you have basically everything, and this is where you can really test out the car and see how it compares to other cars, and this feels really good. This is absolutely one of my favorites so far. It might change a bit when you tune it up, but it shouldn't be that much of a difference. It should be just faster in acceleration and faster in top speed and such, you know. It shouldn't be that much of a difference. But sometimes there might be like more wheel spin or something like that, and that's probably gonna be the same here. But you know, it feels pretty good. It handles really nicely. I would say that it doesn't, at the higher speeds, it's you know, having a hard time trying to corner real efficiently. It doesn't take tighter corners at high speed, and plus, you know, it looks pretty good. I gotta say, it looks really good. It's a bit wide, like the rear end looks a bit weird from this angle. Okay, so let's try it with the Cadillac and see how that goes. Alright, here we go with the Cadillac. Let's see how good this does. I haven't really driven it as a circuit, but the raid was a bit weird. It jumped a bit oddly. It might be just a coincidence, but you know, it felt a bit weird when I was jumping with it. But let's see how good this is. Fairly nice acceleration, actually. Nothing really distinct about the sound though, so you know, that's a bit of a disappointment. They could have made it a bit beefier, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I think it's pretty good, stable on the top speed. It's a bit boaty, but it actually took that corner really well at high speed even. We'll see a bit long. Oh, this is nice. Oh god, that's bad. We don't want to crash the first thing we do. But that was a bad thing on my part. It is a bit wide. But so far it actually feels really nicely, and if you get used to the whole boatiness of it, I think it'll be quite alright this. Oh, there we go. But yeah, as I said, it feels really nice. It turns a lot better than the RUF, I gotta say. You gotta slow down way more with the RUF to turn. And they have similar acceleration, I would say at least. This might be a bit slower in acceleration, but not that much. So we'll see now when we get on the straight how fast this goes and whether or not it spins. If it spins its tire when you're using nitrous. I mean, normally a car would, but you know, it's nice to not have it. Right, so just downhill here. Nope, no spinning tires here. It seems to hold the speed just a little bit better than the RUF as well. We gotta compare ooh. Well, it can take a corner at high speed, that's no doubt there. Don't really have to slow down at all. That's very nice. We'll see in the tight sections up ahead here if it's good at tight slow sections as well. That might have sounded like sex, I just figured that out. I think it's a bit faster than the RUF or RUF. But I'm noticing like it's like there's a delay when it's stabilizing. Oh god. I'd say it's a bit more drifty than the RUF. The RUF didn't drift as much as this does here. We'll see here as well. I'm taking it a bit more easy. Yep. I'm being a bit cautious here, but it still wants to spin out, so I'm gonna say that the RUF has a bit better slow cornering, while this has a lot better tight high-speed cornering. As you can see here, I don't really have to slow down as much, so very nice, very nice. But pick some, oh man, picking between them is gonna be actually quite hard. I do like the look of the Cadillac more. It looks a bit more aggressive, because I sort of like that Escalade look. It looks really aggressive compared to a lot of, oh god. Oh, traffic, fuck off, please. We might have gone faster with the RUF, but you know, the turning is a little bit weird. It's a bit, it's like damped. See, I think this looks just mean as hell. Not with the rims, but man, it looks like really aggressive. I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. If I were to pick like between them, I think I still would have picked the Cadillac just because the look of it. But overall, I think the RUF performed a little bit better. I'm gonna say that definitely. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Give it a like if you liked the video, or dislike the video if you disliked the video. Now don't miss the stream, as I said, it's later tonight, 10 PM GMT +1, so don't miss that. That's how many hours away is that? Like 5 hours away, sort of ish. No, it's not. 3 hours away. 3 hours away. Sorry. Alright. Anyway, I'll see you later, hopefully. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow with Product Cars.